Microsoft did not build ChatGPT. It did not build Claude. It did not build Gemini. It did not build Llama. At no point in the AI era has Microsoft had the best model. And yet, it may become one of the biggest winners of the entire AI revolution. Microsoft just crossed $331 billion in annual revenue. Its AI business reached a $37 billion annual run rate. Azure surpassed $100 billion in annual revenue. Microsoft 365 Copilot crossed 30 million paid seats. A company that didn't build the best AI is becoming one of the biggest winners of the AI era. How? Microsoft and OpenAI are supposed to be partners. So why is Microsoft quietly building its own AI models? Keep that question in mind. The answer explains far more about where enterprise AI is heading than the latest model benchmark ever will. The man who changed the bet in 2014, Satya Nadella, became Microsoft's third chief executive officer.
Bill Gates has announced he's resigning.
I think about our mission to empower every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more.
Microsoft wasn't failing financially, but it kept missing the next platform. Search, mobile, social, cloud. Most leaders would have tried to fix what was broken. Satya changed what Microsoft believed it was. He ended stack ranking, bet aggressively on Azure, and reframed Microsoft as a productivity company. If a technology helped people become more productive, it belonged inside Microsoft. His emphasis on empathy was shaped in part by raising his son Zane. Zane was born with severe cerebral palsy and was legally blind his entire life. He couldn't speak, but Satya has said that Zane taught him more about what technology should do for people than any product he ever built. The question stopped being what is exciting. It became what helps the most people already inside Microsoft's world. In 2019, Microsoft invested $1 billion in OpenAI. Most people saw a risky investment. Satya saw something else entirely. The distribution mode. Think about what Microsoft already owned before ChatGPT. 450 million Microsoft 365 commercial seats, 150 million GitHub developers, Azure, Windows, identity, security, enterprise trust. Then compare that to OpenAI, 7 million ChatGPT for work seats. That isn't a gap in product quality, it's a gap in distribution. And distribution is one of the few things money cannot buy quickly. Imagine you are the chief information officer of a bank. Every new tool must integrate with identity, permissions, compliance, security, email, calendars, and auditing. Replacing that ecosystem can take years. But enterprise software has never been won by the best product. It is usually won by the product that is already there. Copilot wasn't Microsoft's AI strategy, it was what the strategy produced. Better products can win users. Distribution wins markets. When Microsoft embedded AI into Word, Excel, and Teams, the AI came to where the work already happened. If Microsoft converts 20% of its Office base into paid Copilot users at $30 per month, that represents roughly $32 billion in annual incremental revenue without adding a single new customer. The partner becoming the problem now. The question from the beginning. Microsoft and OpenAI are supposed to be partners. So why is Microsoft quietly building its own AI models? Here is the answer. And it starts with a number Microsoft disclosed on its own earnings call that stopped Wall Street cold. 45% of Microsoft's $625 billion commercial cloud backlog comes from OpenAI, not a customer, the customer. Strip OpenAI out of Microsoft's backlog growth, and the growth rate drops from 99% to 26%. Microsoft's entire AI story is substantially underwritten by a single company that is still losing billions of dollars a year and has started moving its business elsewhere. In April 2026, Microsoft and OpenAI renegotiated their exclusivity agreement. OpenAI kept Azure as its primary compute provider, but gained the right to work with others. A day later, OpenAI announced it was bringing its models to AWS. The partner found the door and started using it. Here is the key insight. Microsoft doesn't need OpenAI forever. It needs enterprises to stay inside Microsoft's ecosystem. Those are two completely different things. OpenAI is a model provider. Microsoft's actual product is the ecosystem, the identity layer, the permissions layer, the compliance layer, the workflow layer that connects Word to Teams, to Outlook, to Azure, to GitHub. Claude entered parts of Copilot. Microsoft accelerated its own agents and research. Through Microsoft Research, it is developing frontier models specifically to reduce dependence on any single provider. Microsoft's moat was never one model. It was becoming the place where every model eventually gets deployed. Every technology revolution creates two races, one to invent the breakthrough, another to distribute it. OpenAI is trying to win the first. Google is trying to win both. Microsoft is betting the second one matters more. The next decade of AI may not be decided by who builds the smartest model. It may be decided by who businesses already trust to deploy it. Models will change. Enterprise workflows change much more slowly. Microsoft wasn't preparing for ChatGPT. It was preparing for whatever came after software. It didn't build the best AI. It built the best position for when AI arrived.